And so one other question I do have is you reduced your suspension numbers significantly over the past year. Um, and so that means that's an immediate, you've seen immediate gains in just taking a different approach when it comes to suspension. Just out of curiosity, what do you think would need to happen for you to be able to reduce suspension even more? I would never say eliminate it, but make it something to where it's only on a need to use basis type of thing, where it's like there's really no other option that we really have available to us. What do you think it would take to get to that point?
I think it's going to take this summer sitting down at a round table with all admin, and we come to an agreement. This is how we will approach each situation. Go back and look at our incidences from the previous year. Okay, aggressive behavior is our number one every time. This is step 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we're going to do for aggressive behavior. So now it's more of push a button than, okay, I need to talk to admin, or admin needs to find Coach Johnson to figure out how do we want to approach. Like, we need to have verbiage and we need to have it written out. This is how we're going to handle these situations. So I think it goes back to this summer, sitting down with all 3 admin and whoever else may need to be, maybe our team. But I think admin the most important because they're the one that assigns it. And I want to hear, a uniform approach on how we will handle these major write-ups. So that's what I'm hoping for.
No, definitely. Well, the one thing I definitely just want to say is, I think what you've done to this point is commendable. Like, it's one of those things to where, like, I honestly did not see. It's hard to see this because that you would be able to go from there to here. It always surprises me when people do it because I always get questions about, well, how do you do this? Well, what do you do? And like, it's a lot of paralysis by analysis. In fact, there were people at your very workshop that literally I know for a fact are stuck in paralysis by analysis. So 2 people sitting in the same room, receiving the same information are internalizing it completely differently. Right. And, they send me questions about, okay, well, what should we do here? What should we do there? And the other thing is, in some cases, I've gone to work with people that were in the very workshop that you were in, but it's just goes to show that, it's really a matter of, I was telling somebody this yesterday at a school I was working with. I was telling them that the first thing they were saying, how do you start to change? And I'm like, it starts here. It starts with the people at the top changing how they are going to focus on doing what they're doing. Like, it's not a matter of the kids are the kids. They're going to always be the kids. It's really a matter of our approach, our behavior. And I think hopefully I'm changing how people see the word behavior because all I'm doing is telling them this is the actual definition versus the definition that we've created. Because behavior is more than following rules, breaking the rules. Behavior is just how you respond, the actions you take. And so we have choice over our action in a lot of situations. So that's one of those things to where I definitely think it's commendable that you changed your behavior. I mean, obviously, I think this was a part of how your behavior was already. And it just kind of like you were just able to take it and slot these processes into be able to do the things that you have been able to turn around and do. So I definitely just wanted to, say that I definitely think you've done a great job. I know it's weird, but I'm just going to say it like this. I'm proud of you.
Well, I think
because I just like to tell people when they're doing a great thing.
I appreciate it, but I think it must be the bald head thing. I think that's what it is.
I shaved mine just for this conversation, like because I had gone off my 2 days and it was starting to grow in a little bit, have my little shadow coming. I'm like, I'm meeting with George. I know his bald head is like, I don't want to be embarrassed and have some stubble going on. And I remember I was like, man, his head is really shiny. Like I got to make sure my head is in shape. Cause I was I don't know if you do this too, but I always look at other people that are bald, that going bald to see like how is that? Like, oh, I need to, like, maybe sometimes I even ask people like, okay, what kind of razor do you use? What kind of shaving cream do you use? Because it is something that I think people think is easy, but it is probably one of the biggest headaches you can ever do. Like sometimes you just go like, really, I gotta go do this again. Like
Every
and
night,
then
daily
some
process.
days you're like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Like so that's just kind of one of those things to that, obviously that you completely understand. So so with that said, man, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Hopefully this wasn't too painful, but I just wanted to be able to talk to you, and I've been reaching out to different people just to be able to share what their experience is, to be able to help other people. So I appreciate you taking the time to, after a long day of probably getting your behind kicked by kids and going through doing all these different things. But I appreciate you taking the time to share what you have done and what you've learned, and all those different things with other people, to where hopefully it'll be the fire that gets some people to be able to do the action that gets the results that you've been able to get in this short amount of time. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of the process, man. I mean, there's steps, and we meet people for reasons, and I'm just very grateful I got to meet you and listen to your direction, and it's helped me, guide me in the right way to help the students here at Lake Forest for sure.
Well, appreciate that, Rick.
Yeah.
Thank you. So with that being said, I want to respect your time and thank you so much. And
Okay.
I look forward to learning more later on about even greater success that y'all have had. And I'm pretty sure this is going to take you at some point. This is not going to be a Lake Forest thing. This is going to be George Johnson over Pitt County thing. So I'm pretty,
We'll see.
and be ready for it. You are the right person for that. So just be ready to embrace that when it does come your way, because it will come. If it's not Pitt County, it'll be somebody, but it is going to come for you because you're the right person for it. And I
Right.
just think you need to be open-minded to doing that, because at the end of the day, the kids need you. And
Right.
you can always deal with the handful of kids that you deal with when you're at one particular campus. But even for myself, like I take more satisfaction that, wow, I'm helping people to change the way they do things, and I'm helping out so many kids around the country at this particular point, where before I was working with my handful of kids. And it just is gratifying to know, I may not know who those kids are, those kids don't know who I am, but the fact that I just have a piece of being able to help them grow because I've been able to help somebody that's in charge of helping them grow. It's the most gratifying thing that you can have as an educator. So please be open-minded to embracing that opportunity when it does come to you.
Yes. Thank you. That's inspirational. I appreciate it.
Right, thanks. Well, with that being said, man, thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
Sounds good.
Right.
Have a good evening.
You too.